Today we'll talk on the topic on valuing meme coins properly. This is the only one skill that actually helps you, not even helps you, but allows you to consistently make money with meme coins. Nothing else will actually provide this for you. I would say this is one of the most important skills to nurture and to acquire in the upcoming 12 months. This skill will lead you to life-changing money. I've been playing with some meme coins recently. I would like to share what I've figured out. I will be sharing some results, probably not in this video, a bit later, once they're bigger and larger. And we'll go through the whole structure that I prepared for the video today. You should be way better at valuing meme coins after you watch this video. And this is fucking huge. How I find 100x meme coins before the hype. Structure, Memecoins Value, ways to value meme coins, how to spot undervalued meme coins, importance of market information, plus some examples. Let's dive in. Memecoins Value. Each and every meme coin has an intrinsic value. Determining value of meme coins is the key to consistently make money in the market. Nothing else will actually give you the option to consistently make money in this market. Only if you're not running certain type of software, maybe sniping software, maybe arbitrage software, right? But to consistently make money in this market, if you want to invest, if you want to trade, that's pretty much the easiest thing to actually do. This skill to determine the value of meme coins, right, is the main one. Yet it's very hard to do. That's why quite a few people make money in the meme coin market. Most people, unfortunately, are losing money with memes, especially with Solana memes. Most people are doing that. I've lost around $200,000 to $250,000 before I finally started making some money with Solana memes. We will see how it will go. And as mentioned, I will be sharing some results over time. There are a range of ways to determine meme coin value, and we will go through several of them. Speculative value of the meme coin is the most important thing, as ultimately it works as a magnet. Market cap of a meme coin will eventually end up at its real speculative value. This is a very important take shared by Crash a couple of days ago. It does not matter what is the value, what is the market cap of the meme coin currently. If the speculative value is way higher or way lower, it will eventually be there. It will eventually come there. And if you possess the skill of properly valuing the meme coins, you just don't care. You just either buy on the dips or you're just not entering better place right away, because you do understand, you do see that probably that's something that's not going to survive, right? And the main thing is survival, because things that will be able to survive, they will appreciate in value like crazy. Ways to value meme coins. First, community cult. I was not big on this part, to be honest, and I never thought that like community is this kind of very important part. And I would say it's more important for CTO type of coins, where we have community takeovers, where we don't have a dev in the first place. Maybe the reason for me not valuing this part much is because I was mostly in meme coins that had devs in the first place. But on Solana, unfortunately, we do have the situation where a bunch of meme coins are community owned. There was a community takeover because the initial dev wrecked the project. That's why it's very important for the community to actually work for the bags. Someone is posting something on social media, someone is posting something on TikTok, something doing stickers, doing memes, bull posting on Twitter and X and things like that. Cult community is very important as well, because there is this saying that just buy cults here, you're going to be right. The reason that if you're buying cults you're right is essentially because these people, they have crazy speculative value for the meme coin in their heads. At the same time, it's kind of interesting because a lot of people on Solana, they are screaming about certain things being cults, but they're not cults. It's kind of this psyop, and the same people who are screaming about certain things being cults, they just want to sell at certain price targets and they will do that. That's not a cult. That's just a psyop that's being used to lure you in so they can dump on you. It's very important to understand these things. Example of a cult is probably Retardo, something that we've seen on Solana quite recently. Weave, after a certain point of time, basically definitely became a cult as well. Pepe, in a way, you might say it's a cult because I've been watching after Pepe and Pepe influencers in the bear market, when Pepe was at $300 million market cap. And people were constantly posting things about Pepe, constantly, essentially, talking about it, posting memes, doing holders updates and all these things. It definitely was a cult and probably still is. Second point, better play to something bigger. That's a very nice play to value a meme coin, because if you have a better play to something bigger, you would essentially just always can say like the main play is at 500 million market cap. That's why probably my better play should be at least at $50 million market cap. Right now it's at $2 million market cap. So I am expecting 25x, and that's how I'm essentially making a decision on the fact that this thing is undervalued at this stage. I would say it's one of the easiest ways to value meme coins out there if they are better plays to something else. At the same time, you have to understand that over time there might be a bunch of better plays that would be diluting the liquidity around them. However, in some cases this won't be the issue, because once the alpha play, the main play, will be surging up, all of this liquidity will be coming into the better place, and people will be looking to rotate to buy something that did not pump yet. It will be happening all the time. It's very important to understand this as well. Greed is not coming anywhere, and that's why I just saw a post from today, someone saying that 95% of liquidity will be focused on two largest meme coins. That would be the case probably, but over time rotations will start and they will pump the whole meme coin market as well. And if you are not positioned early in the largest meme coins like Pepe already, you might actually want to position in better place of Pepe, for example, which would also appreciate in value based on FOMO and based on greed. This is a very important thing to understand, because saying that 95% of liquidity will only be left in two meme coins is the same thing that saying that only Bitcoin and Ethereum will grow and nothing else will pump. That does not make sense. FOMO and greed is still there. The reason market works the way it works is because it's based on human emotions. Human emotions are not going anywhere, because evolution does not happen that quickly. Obviously, if you're speaking about evolution without certain interference, right? Same influencers supporting other tokens based on the market cap of that tokens. So you might actually from time to time spot something of a low market cap, and you would see that certain influencers, they might be supporting this token. And these influencers, like they usually pump, you would know that they usually pump things to a certain level, right? They're not usually holding a lot of like low caps, and these low caps are going nowhere, right? So you might assess and you might understand yourself that if actually certain influencers are pushing some things and they're at a very low market cap, and they have a track record of essentially being right with the things and with the market caps of the things that they're holding, right? That makes sense, and that should lead you to the conclusion that there is a chance that the speculative value of this thing will be larger, because more and more people would essentially just be following the same logic. This is other way to actually value meme coin as well. We have to take these things into the account. Narrative. Obviously, narrative is a very important thing, because sometimes just because of the narrative, the thing can just pump, it can just surge up like crazy, and essentially we would not care about other things that happen with the whole thing. I would say that a lot of the current narratives, they are quite abused. Like Boys Club, we have Pepe narrative, we have Doge narrative, and all these things. But at the same time, they're the strongest narratives. And the thing with them is that coins in these narratives, they just need to survive. They just need to be blue chips, because if they survive, once the largest meme of the narrative essentially pumps, they will follow as well. That's very important thing. When we had craziness around Pepe back in like April, May, right? We pretty much saw each and every Pepe related, like even like low caps, like pure shit coins. They would just pump it like crazy, because people had FOMO, people had greed, and at the same time they understood that we had this huge meta of Pepe running up, so we should probably create a Pepe coin, some type of connection, and we would essentially be capitalizing on it. Ticker. So that's something that's actually being neglected quite a lot, but I do want to actually focus on this thing, because I do think that this actually should be valued and should be taken into account as well. I'm talking about the ticker, about essentially the name of the meme token, and it's mostly related to the situation that we have currently, where we do have a bunch of coins with a bunch of tickers, and sometimes personally I'm not just buying things because I don't like the ticker, right? And I will actually provide you with two examples at the end of the video with two tickers that I actually like myself, and I would say that they are one of the main reasons I'm actually holding the tokens in the first place, because you have to understand that ticker needs to run. With normies, with crypto market, with the things that are happening, It's very important. That's why Pepe is such a nice ticker as well, because it's a frog that everyone knows. It's a meme from the internet, right? And it has a very, very nice ticker. And I do honestly love holding things that just have nice stickers in the first place. Number 6, normie appeal. It's most likely a Psy but works well. It's very, very interesting because we had a bunch of meme coins in this cycle already that were pumping hard based on the narrative of they will be appealing to normies. But what was happening is that these people that thought they would essentially be dumping on normies, they became exit liquidity. They became exit liquidity for people that were screaming, man, just buying it will be appealing for normies and things like that. We have to understand that this is a psyop. At the same time, I don't think that we should try to remove this psyop from the market because it's a very, very strong psyop. It's a very, very nice psyop. It helps certain people to make money on the market as well. And it's quite connected with the point number 5, which is ticker as well. A very, very important part around these things as well. So I would say that point number 6, normie appeal, it's also about memeability, right? It's how well your meme coin can be reproduced in different situations. For example, something like WIF. You can't just put a hat on anything and it will be an instant association in the mind of the holders, in the mind of the market, that it's WIF, right? It's a very, very nice type of situation because it's memeable in the first place. We need to understand these things and we need to follow them properly as well, because what you have to understand is that when someone sees something like this, when someone decides in the mind that this meme coin has normie appeal, speculative value of the meme coin instantly pumps up. Instantly, speculative value. Therefore, you can always project these things and you can always understand what will be happening moving further. And essentially position yourself if you think that the asset is undervalued at this stage. Point number 7, intuition. I don't think that this is something you should be neglecting. And if you've made some money in meme coins, if you actually quite successful, right? If you have a nice win rate, I would even put intuition on the point number 1. This is essentially the skill that you can figure out over time. The more time you spend in meme coins, the more money you actually lose on them. As mentioned, I lost around $250,000 on Solana meme coins before I started to essentially make some. And I would say that this is the general, the tuition fee that you have to pay for the market as well. I lost that much because I was buying $2 million market cap shit coins with $40,000 clips, but they're just me, right? You will probably be losing smaller amount of money. So intuition is a very, very important thing as well. And oftentimes this first thought that comes to our mind is actually the right one. And then you have all this thought, oh, like, I don't like the ticker, it's like a bit stupid, I don't like this influencer who's pushing it. Shut this logical thing, like just shut it the fuck up. Intuition often is the best thing once you already have experience, and this way, like, you would not even be able to explain how you're acting, like why you're buying into certain things. They will just come to you naturally. It's intuition, it's coming from your subconscious. That's essentially the best way to actually value meme coins, spot undervalued assets. But if you're not there yet, because this is definitely a skill you can develop. Don't buy the bullshit, oh, like you either have it or you don't have it. Bullshit. It's skill you can develop. If you don't have the skill yet, if you didn't lose $250,000 to Solana meme coins yet, you may use all the other points from this structure to grow your skill and play with the amount of money that you're ready to lose. As you can see, I was ready to lose 250K. Number 4, how to spot undervalued meme coins. Most important thing is chart. Look at the chart first and determine if it's correcting. Should not be at all-time highs and should be at 60 to 80% deep to the all-time highs. That's just the best thing. And to be honest, this is easy mode. To be honest, like the fact that I'm sharing this information for free with you is just crazy. Assess all the factors from the previous section. You can create a spreadsheet and just put personal estimates. This is just like such an easy process, but it works 100%. Just based on the assessment, determine if the meme coin is undervalued and make a decision on DCA entry. Good entry point into a bad meme is way better than bad entry point into a good meme. That's so fucking important. It's not just about memes, it's about like any crypto asset, any altcoins. But the thing with altcoins is that they are not moving like that harshly, right? And if you have a great entry point into meme coin, this is just so awesome to have actually. And you can even be late for a certain narrative. I'm often late to be honest, like I'm either entering better place or I'm entering something when it's pumped already on the retracement, right? And this is the easy mode. This is something you have to understand. This is actually over time, it will actually provide you with the more win rate, with larger win rate than trying to put money into meme coins right away. General rule of thumb. Something deep 60 to 80%. Check community. If community active, buy. That's a very, very default, stupid algorithm, but it actually works. This is like, you can close this video after this. You cannot watch any content on Solana meme coins after this. You can just follow this algorithm, follow these 3 steps. You will be making money 100%. If you want to play it safe, after the pump, you can sell initials, rinse and repeat, increasing the amount of allocations you have in different meme coins. So imagine the scenario where you're actually spotting, you pretty much just have them on your watch list, right? You put memes that you like on your watch list. You constantly watch after them. You watch after the influencers, after the team, after the community. If they keep on your watch list, you pretty much just wait for 60 to 80% dip. Once this dip happens, you assess the community. You assess everything that you know about the token, what's happening, and if you like it, you enter. And most likely, if it's a good project, if you were able to follow all these steps from this section, right, it will go up from the levels that you essentially entered. And after that, you actually would be able to take your initials out and just rinse and repeat with different coins on the market. The main issue with that is that obviously it's quite easy to do when we have dips, right? But when the whole market pumps, usually a lot of things, they're pumping at the same time. So it's kind of harder to do once would be in that situation. Right now, we definitely see a certain, like we're experiencing a certain dip with Solana meme coins and with memes, with certain memes in general. And this is exactly the time to actually assess and to enter memes that you want to enter yourself, that you have on your watch list, that you were thinking about, assess what's happening and enter. I do believe it's actually a very, very great entry point. I'm not speaking about the things that are pumping up currently like crazy. And you should actually assess the strengths of certain things as well, right? Point number 5, importance of market information. The game becomes easier the more you play it, as essentially with each and every game, right? The more you play the game, the more situations you've been in, the more things you understand, the more influencers you know, the more devs you know, the more charts you've seen. The more you play the game, the better you actually become. The more you play it, you get to know more people in the market. You start to spot good influencers versus grifters. You get private alpha from whale chats and low subscribers influencers that are sharing good info. The more info you have on the project, who's the dev, who's leading the CTO, is it bundled or not, is dev rich or not. It's a very important thing. The dev should be rich. The more conviction you'll have. Often private info might be the only thing needed to capitalize heavily on a meme coin. Yeah, so in some cases, just one shot with good private info and you are set for this cycle. People have done this with Pepe, with Weave, with Brad as well. Pretty much just set for this cycle. You can just close this shit and just leave and not care, right? And some examples of good tickers that I actually like myself at this stage, right? That I'm holding. I was buying as well. One of them is Selfie. I was showing it and sharing it in one of my previous videos. We are at the correction currently. We are at 47% correction, and at the lows we were at 60%, right? So it has a large market cap, it has a large amount of liquidity. That's why essentially 60% is all right here as well, because the larger the market cap is, the better, the lower the correction essentially would be. The reason I like Selfie is because of the ticker. It's definitely very, very normally appealing. It has memeability. You can put this picture of a dog taking a selfie on anything out there. And like just because of the ticker, selfie, everyone is taking a selfie. Let's take a selfie. Do you remember this song? It's kind of also rhymes with sexy. Selfie, sexy. Very, very nice. This is the reason I'm holding this meme coin. I'm holding more than 6 figures of this meme coin, right? And other thing I like is actually GM. So this is like a cat. It's always a good bonding somewhere. We might be seeing a correction from here. I have some support levels that I was drawing on this chart. Currently, we're seeing 30% correction. We would see if we would go down to 40 to 50% or maybe like to 70%. I don't think so, but we will see what will be happening. The reason I like this thing is also because of the ticker, GM. GM, everyone is using GM. And at the end of the last cycle, I remember there was like a GM token, which probably was one of the first meme coins launched, because there was definitely not a lot of meme coins at that time. And it was launched by guys from Kongs, like CryptoKongs NFT, right? And I remember a guy who made 300x on it. He put like 2K or 3K, and he pretty much just was early. This is one of the reasons I bought into this thing as well, because I remember the appealing of this thing, of the same ticker, of people essentially wanting to invest into the same ticker in the market as well. So these are just two examples that I wanted to share with the nice tickers. As mentioned, I do hold them both, so it's up to you. I just wanted to sum up the whole thing, and I do think that speculative value of both of these memes should be way higher than their value at this stage. We will see how it will be aging, right? So this is pretty much it. Let me know if you have any questions actually, and maybe I did not went too deep in certain topics. Maybe you want me to dive a bit deeper into certain parts of the things that I've shared, but I think it's quite valuable information that you cannot find on the market anywhere. First, just play the game on the easy mode, wait for 60 to 80% correction, and then assess everything that's happening and decide if you want to enter. Secondly, just try to assess the value of the meme token, intrinsic value. And you can even do it like just by yourself without investing in any funds. Just pick some memes on the marketplace currently, just find them somehow, right? And create a spreadsheet. And just do this exercise, put your speculative value of the memes that you think that they are. And after a week or 2 or 3, check out where they are, what is happening with them. It would be a very nice exercise that should help you to navigate in this meme coin market. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Bye bye.